Hello everybody, welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to describe how to use your God-given superpowers. Before I get into it though, let's establish some truths. The first one is, you are awareness. You're not the body, you're not the mind activity, and you're not the emotional energies that arise within awareness. You are awareness. Most people think that this is them, that they're a body, that they have a brain and a mind. In that mind are their thoughts. But this is a sense of self. This is a self-image made up of thought forms. This is made up of forms that arise within the field of awareness. You are the awareness first and foremost, not the things that arise within it. You can be aware of all of this stuff. All of it can dissolve. You can go into a dream state and have a whole new sense of self. And the thing that remains is always awareness. As awareness, you have the free will to choose what you pay attention to, as well as how to use your intention. Now, your intention and your attention as awareness are your superpowers. They are God-given, and you're allowed to use your free will to choose how you use these things, what you pay attention to, what you intend to experience. And thirdly, your experience is simply an outpicturing of an internal subconscious causal aspect of self with a capital S. You can use your intention and your attention to affect change by impressing upon the subconscious causal aspect of yourself the things that you'd like to experience instead of what you're experiencing currently. Now, this is exemplified in the Hermetic principle of as above, so below. So now that those things are established, here's how to experience what you actually want to experience. There are three main steps to this process. The first one is to become aware. Become aware of what it is you want to experience and what it is that is preventing the experience from occurring. Now, this is internal. Just as I said on the last slide, we've established that your experience comes out of an internal subconscious causal aspect of yourself. So we're not going to blame the outside world because it's only a mirror image of what's occurring internally. So we're becoming aware of what it is we assume and believe in, which prevents us from experiencing what we want. After we're aware of these things, what we want and what's stopping that from happening, we're going to relinquish any resistance. We're going to use the letting go technique to relinquish your internalized resistance to the experience and any emotional baggage surrounding those stories. When you become aware, you start to notice that there are subtle belief systems that prevent you from experiencing that which you'd like to experience. In this step, as we become aware of them, we're relinquishing them. And as we relinquish them, we discover more baggage, more emotional energy tied to those stories. So we relinquish those stories and the baggage as well. We just keep letting it go. We keep relinquishing. The third step is to embody fulfillment. We embody the fulfillment of the desired experience. This looks like, for instance, gratitude, joy, contentedness, ease, peace, etc. If you had the thing you desired, there would be no story, there would be no emotional energy, there would be no internal resistance to you experiencing it. It would just be your experience. And how would you experience that? As fulfilled. You would experience it as grateful. You would feel joy and content and ease because it's your lived experience. During this process, you always have to be mindful of what you pay attention to. As you look at your desires, as you discover what it is that prevents them, as you relinquish, as you attempt to embody, things will arise and they will call for your attention. Old stories, old narratives, limiting beliefs, assumptions about the world and yourself, they will pull you through habit into paying attention to them. Stay mindful and don't pay attention to things that are deleterious to your desired experience, to the desired fulfillment. Now, let me just quickly go over the letting go technique because it's very crucial for this entire process to work. Essentially, during the letting go, you're going to be sitting, relaxing, and observing. You stop what you're doing or thinking. You sit or stand still. You focus on your breath at the nostrils. You relax your body and mind, and then you observe. What you're doing is you're stepping back into the observer or witness role and simply observing what's happening, what's arising dispassionately. So if it's a resistance, if it's a belief system, if it's a story, if it's a sensation in the body, you're going to witness it because it represents the old reservoirs, the old subconscious habits and beliefs that prevent your desire from being fulfilled. If thoughts come up to distract you from observing, you just return to the breath again at the nostrils and restart. During this process, you're letting go and you're surrendering all of the feelings, the thoughts, the sensations, the labels, the judgments, the narratives, etc. Anything that arises that's opposed to your desire, you relinquish. Because the energy of desire and anything that tells you you can't have that desire manifest the experience of those stories, energies, and narratives. Desire only brings more desire. It's an energy. If you desire, it means you believe in lack and you experience more lack. If you have a story about, oh, I can't do this, I can't have that, you're going to continue to experience that because you believe that that's your reality. I drew this diagram in my last video on how manifestation works, and I just want to give an example of what we might do when we're going through this process in order to change our experience, in order to manifest what we want. The first step, as always, is to become aware. We know that we're awareness and we're not what arises within it. We know we're not the body. We know we're not the mind. We're not the mind activity. We are awareness. Now a desire arises. I want money, for example. There's the desire. That's the energy of desire. And then a story might come up. I can't because I'm poor. I can't because I don't have resources. I can't because I don't know the right people. I can't because it's hard. These are deep limiting beliefs. They reside beneath your conscious awareness, and they arise whenever the desire arises. They arise to explain why the desire is there and why the desire isn't fulfilled. Because the desire is a raw energy, and it represents an experience of lack. You want it because you don't have it. And you want it because having it would be a greater, more fulfilled, more holistic experience for you as an individual and as a consciousness. Achieving the desire is just like relinquishing the desire. If you achieve the desired outcome, then no longer will you want it. So, once we're aware of both the desire and all of these limiting beliefs, we're going to start relinquishing. You're going to let go of the desire, the raw energy of desire, because that desire represents lack. That desire represents that you don't have the thing, that you're not experiencing the thing you want. So you need to let go of the energy of craving so much. Then you're going to let go of the beliefs and the stories that come up about that desire. Why you can't have it, why it's difficult, why you've never had it, why you'll never have it, all this kind of stuff. And as you do this, as you relinquish the desire, the beliefs, the stories, the narratives, everything you think about this, everything that arises about this, emotional energy will arise. Simply observe and let go. Go through that process of sitting, relaxing, and observing. Observe the desire. Where is it? What's it feel like? Let it go. Observe the beliefs. What energies arise with those beliefs? Maybe it's grief, maybe it's anger, maybe it's resentment, maybe it's fear. Observe those, let them go. And then finally, you're going to transition at some point as this becomes less and less overwhelming, as there's a certain neutrality that occurs. You're going to embody fulfillment. How would it feel to have money? You might feel gratitude, you might feel joy, you might feel peace. You might feel a certain level of confidence and comfort in your financial stability. Embody that. Essentially what you're doing, if this was desire, if this was fear, if this was grief, if this was resentment and anger around not having money, all of these beliefs and stories would be coming up. It's a negative experience. You're transmuting it through relinquishment and embodying positive experience instead, positive energies instead, like gratitude, joy, and peace. And then the joy reservoir, the peace reservoir, the gratitude reservoir is filled up because you're transmuting that fear, that lack, that raw desire, that anger into joy and gratitude and peace. And as you do this, you experience more and more things that align with that joy, that gratitude, and that peace. Now, for money specifically, or any other example, that's the planted intention. So this is, I want money. Now you're planting the seed of, I have money. I have money. I have money. I'm grateful for that money that I have. I'm joyous because I have it. I'm at peace. I'm comfortable because I have it. That's the intention. The intention isn't more desire. The intention is the fulfillment of the desire. And as you continue to embody gratitude, embody fulfillment, up comes the physical experience from the causal aspect of self. The seed is planted in the causal, unconscious aspect of yourself through intention. You water that intention, that seed, with your attention. You do not allow your attention to be pulled away to limiting beliefs, to negative states of mind, to continued desire, the raw feeling of desire, because you're not desirous anymore. You're embodying gratitude and fulfillment. Desire wouldn't exist if you're fulfilled, right? So you stay fulfilled. Do not listen to the siren call of old habits and programming and the old sense of self. That's the past. It doesn't dictate your future experience. You dictate your future experience. You break this cycle of habit, this cycle of the manifest experience being exactly what it's always been, because you're always giving it your attention. Take your attention away from what it's always been that you don't like and move it towards something that you want. I want money, therefore I have money. You become that which you'd like to experience. I would like to experience more money. I am experiencing more money. And through that held belief, that held assumption, that embodied fulfillment, then comes the experience of more money. It's a very simple mechanism, and it happens all the time. It's just you're not aware of it. You're not aware of what you experience comes from within you, that everything you experience is a mirrored out picturing of the causal aspect of your unconscious belief systems. So become aware of those belief systems. Become aware of those energies attached to them. Become aware of those stories and narratives. Relinquish them and transmute that energy. Transmute your experience by embodying the wish fulfilled, by embodying the desire fulfilled. That's gratitude, that's joy, that's peace, that's contentedness, that's wholeness, that's being happy with life as it is. Some thought rises that says, well, I'm not happy because, no, toss that aside. You're letting that go. Relinquish, relinquish, relinquish. That's a belief, that's a story, that's more desire, that's not fulfillment. It's a very, very simple technique. And gratitude is incredibly potent. If you stay in the frame of mind, in the embodiment of gratitude, if you hold that energy within you and just allow desires to come and then feel grateful about them instantaneously, you'd be surprised how quickly this works. The energy of gratitude will automatically take a desire and turn it into a fulfilled experience. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped. Please like the video if you liked the video. And if you need help with this process, any part of this process or the entire thing, I do one-on-one coaching with people and I can help you with this. So reach out. There's a link in the description and the pinned comment. I'd be happy to help. That said, I will see you in the next one.